Before the pathway program could be approved by NBHWC, we were required to graduate a group of students in a beta program. And we had a fantastic beta cohort in January of 2020. And one of our graduates, Jacqueline Gleason, she sat for the board exam this past November and she passed, and she's here with us today. Thank you so much for being with us, Jacqueline. How are you?
I'm great. What an honor. And thanks for asking me to join. It's been a great experience. So excited to share some of the information with you tonight.
Thanks so much for being here. We're delighted to have you.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, as we're getting started, what made you decide to do Pathway back in January of 2020?
Yeah. So, well, I started out like maybe many of you on the call here with BHC and a holistic MBA and on to mastery. And so after mastery, I was sort of searching, being a lifelong learner of all the, potential other opportunities out there to really continue my wellness credentialing, and became familiar with the national board opportunity and really got interested. So I attended a webinar and followed a little bit of the information on where the coursework was going and got excited about it. Approached HCI and found out a little bit more about what was in the works with HCI, and they were ahead of the game, already thinking about moving forward with the course. So I was thrilled when the first opportunity came about, and privileged to be a part of the first group of pioneers.
That's amazing, Jacqueline. It sounds like the stars aligned perfectly. You were looking for it, and oh, we were building it for you.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was perfect.
Well, and so what was it about that board credential you had learned about it? What felt important about getting that to you?
Yeah, so for me, I actually had before moving into the coaching arena, 20 years in the pharmaceutical industry,
Mm.
and so became a little disenchanted with a pill for every ill, and really was looking more for how we could increase. I could support body wisdom increase and having people understand more about how to heal themselves and work more closely with coach. So I've been a lifelong advocate of coaching and have done it in more of the corporate environment. And so I had an opportunity to be a part of sort of a think tank and, focus on some health trends. And so I understood in my prior life, the importance of really elevating new opportunities for people to be able to engage in their health in our more traditional healthcare system.
Mm.
And so when I started my coaching business, I really wanted to build more of a referral network with medical professionals, other professionals, knowing that people need a holistic approach. And so this opportunity through the National Board Certification was really becoming well recognized in the medical circles. And so ultimately, it was a great opportunity for me to be able to get the certification and be recognized more fully. As I think we are going to have opportunities in the future, as you talked about earlier, around health insurance and connection with health payers. So I was really excited to have that additional piece under my belt as a part of my practice.
That's incredible. I'm just like in all of the 20 years in the pharmaceutical industry, and just like all the expertise, and that you see, that there's this need for us to not give a pill for every ill. I
Yep.
love that.
Yeah, it has its place and it's definitely important, but it's really great to be able to have that as a background. But certainly it's been a wonderful opportunity to be able to recognize so many other ways in which people can heal themselves. They just oftentimes just need the knowledge and support.
Yeah, that's beautiful. We can complement each other. So
Yeah.
you were already coaching before joining our program. You mentioned you've taken some of our other courses too. How do you feel that the Pathway program specifically impacted your coaching practice?
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple of key ways. I would say the first is it really widened my exposure to more of the academic approach.
Mm.
The theories you talked a little bit about, appreciative inquiry, motivational interviewing, really key things to understand, and you dive deep in this course around it. But also, you really do begin to understand more about how other professions are utilizing these techniques and sort of where you fit in to that piece to support a person as they, are looking for all the different maybe experts that they need to have in their world. You can approach a better understanding of your scope by learning more about what these other maybe professions are focusing on. And so that allowed an opportunity, I think, for me to be able to get a better feel for where I could stay in my lane, if you will, but also where I could expand my understanding in building a referral network.
That's beautiful. And to have that opportunity to collaborate with other providers, whereas it seems like traditionally in the past, maybe coaching has been more of like you're in your own little bubble, and now you have the opportunity to collaborate with other people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the other areas is really the freedom, and you talked a little bit about it tonight, but of really being client-centric in a way that's uniquely different, really elevating the client as the expert. And, I think the approach of really listening and having an opportunity to provide feedback and create an opportunity for the client to really build their self-efficacy, which you'll learn more about that. And the approach is really one that has created a lot of sustainable change really for people. So that has been actually a really beneficial piece in my own practice. And then I would just say the community, definitely the community. I think that's something that oftentimes, people feel like maybe they can, open a book and learn something, but it's a completely different experience when you do it together, and you're learning and from other people because they all come in with different backgrounds. And you really walk away with a lot of great friends because you are spending a good amount of time together, you're practicing together, you're giving each other feedback. And so it's a great opportunity to be able to build your network.
Love that. It's definitely a very special group. I always joke, it's like you and 74 of your best friends by the end of the course.
Exactly.
Oh, beautiful. So I'm curious, you took your board exam in November and you passed. Congratulations. That's amazing. Yeah. So how well prepared did you feel, and how did you prepare for your board exam?
Yeah, well, I think, like anyone, it's a little bit of nerves coming out and knowing that, you've got a shot at it and you want to give your best shot. So, I think the good news is that, the requirements are really clearly laid out. And I think, walking through the course together has been designed to really elevate those particular requirements. And so, it's logically laid out to absorb the content, but also, I did have a study group after we, worked together just to create accountability and prepare together. So I think, all in all, that approach really helped me to have a successful outcome. So yeah, I was thrilled to get the news. So
it's incredible. Yeah, it's no small feat. I know. So congratulations again. It's incredible. So you were able to finish your course, I think probably in May or so. I don't remember exactly when you guys graduated, but somewhere in there. And then you were able to get your 50 coaching sessions pretty quickly to be able to take the exam in November. How were you able to do that?
Yeah. Well, I had some of my own coaching clients. And so in preparation for the timing of this, I set up things in advance for some of my existing coaching clients. But I really, I reached out to our Pathways cohort, and one of the things that you're not allowed to do is to coach people in your class, but you can actually coach friends and family from cohort members. So I did have some, sort of some gaps to fill because I had a tighter time frame in order to apply. So I used that, and, it really created a nice opportunity. There's many ways. And I think, there's some other really creative ideas out there as well, where you can offer sort of free sessions. And it creates an opportunity for you to get that 50 sessions in quickly. So that worked really well for me.
Yeah. reminding me of what you said earlier about the power of your community. You were able to leverage your community and support each other to make that happen. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Jacqueline, and sharing your experience. And it's so fun to celebrate with you. So I really appreciate your time today.
You're welcome. And thank you, Brooke, for all the great instruction and support for our group. So it was wonderful.